it. And then you do what's called cold reading. And cold reading, I really didn't do any cold reading, which I'll be willing to do at some point. Cold reading is just that. It means you have absolutely no information on anybody, and yet you make it seem as if you know all about them. It can be a little tougher, but it can also be easier because it's total generalities.
So do a cold reading on me right now.
But I already have met you.
Okay, well, I will
Point someone in the audience.
Okay. I'll have this young lady.
This lady right here? How are you? And your name is?
Beth.
I knew that I was going to meet somebody named Beth tonight. I was so bizarre. So Beth, first thing I get about you is that you're very, sometimes you try and do a lot of different things at once. You're very busy. Is that true?
Yeah.
I mean, you're all over the map, okay? And if you have any issues, it's because you don't know how to say no at times when you should. True? Okay. So, also, Beth, you know, there's a side of you that has I call it a restless spirit. Yeah? And there are times when you feel that you really like to travel, but you have not been able to travel as much as you would like to. Yeah? True? So you have this restless side, and the thing about it is, when you travel, that for you recharges your battery. You get a lot of inspiration from that. Do you write or anything like that?
Well, I just finished my dissertation. So I'm not, no, not.
But you did write, and you...
I don't know if I'm really writing one.
A dissertation? How many people don't think that's right? Anyway, the point is, when you travel, you get inspired to create something. So I think you have a very strong creative side, and you have kind of an unfulfilled creative aspect. Is this true?
That is actually true.
That's called a cold read, folks. What I'm doing is I'm not only making statements as if they are fact. That is in my book. That is one of the keys to being a successful psychic. Making bold statements as if they're facts. And actually, I did ask her questions. A real psychic, if there was such thing, and I have my doubts, okay? I mean, I've been looking for this for 35 years now. A real psychic would not need to ask questions. I wouldn't be able to say, is that true? I would just say, this is you, you were just in Pittsburgh. While you were in Pittsburgh, a glass dropped out of your hand. I mean, think about it. So, when you make bold statements as facts and you leave no room for the person to say no, like I kind of stepped in it with the lady in the back because I had asked her beforehand and she said, oh, well, you asked me about my mother. Well, so, you know, that's okay. But if I was a professional, I wouldn't have done that. So I would have done my homework and my minions would have collected all my information. All I had to do was walk on stage and deliver it as if it was coming from some higher or lower source, depending on how you look at it. So a cold reading is a skill. Okay, I'm not sure I like to think of it as a honest living, but it's something anyone can learn.